He'd seen women beaten before, but this was way beyond anything he'd ever seen. He was so undone by the sight of her. His hands moved automatically without needing any specific directions. Moving the dirt and leaves off the lass, he scooped her into his arms to pick her up. Dark red locks, dirty and matted, fell away from her face as he lifted her into the air. He had no idea what colour her eyes were beneath her long lashes, but her porcelain skin had a dusting of freckles across her nose and delicate cheekbones, though the swelling indicated one of them might be broken. Long, pale legs hung over his arm, so covered in blood that her clothing stuck to her in various places. He lifted her skirt just to see the extent of her injuries, and his reaction was immediate. Dropping the fabric, he gagged, turning his head to the side, because he thought he might heave all over the ground. Who could treat a lass so? Once he recovered, he moved toward his horse, whistling for his brother to return to assist him. While he waited, he held her as close as an overwhelming need to protect her descended on him. He vowed to find the whoreson who did this and make him pay. His honor as a Highlander demanded it of him. It was such an all-consuming need that he did not care if his clan would help him right this wrong. He'd take this on by himself if need be. He held his ear down to her mouth and heard her shallow breathing. She was still alive, but for how long? He settled his forehead against hers and closed his eyes before he whispered, "I'll protect you, lass. You have my word." "Jamie!" He whistled for his brother. Loki appeared in front of him. "Saints above!" He stared at the lass in his arms. "What animal did that?" "A sick, demented bastard is my guess. Hold her while I mount up, then hand her to me." Jake held his ear to her mouth, praying she was still alive. Her body was still warm, though it would not be for long. "She still breathes, albeit shallow." Loki helped him while Jamie and Kenzie came up beside them, the other Grant guards finally waiting for them on horseback. Kenzie stared at her, a shocked expression on his wee face. "What'll you do with her?" "Take her home," Jake said, settling her in his arms. "My mother and Aunt Caroline will heal her." Jamie stared at the ground, then lifted his gaze to his brother. "Are you sure you wish to do that?" "Why in hell not?" Loki said, "What I think 'tis because of your mother." Jamie pursed his lips before he spoke. "I can speak for myself, but he's correct. Do you really want to bring all those memories back to our mother? Or to Da? We must help her, but mayhap it would be better for Mama if you brought her to Loki's castle." Jake had the lass settled in front of him. He grabbed the reins of his horse and lifted his chin to his brother. "Move on. 'Tis starting to rain as we speak. There's a cave ahead, and I'll take her there if the rain is too much." As soon as the horse moved to a canter, the lass moaned. Though he hated to see her in pain, at least he knew she was still alive. He continued, "I'm taking her home. Mama and Papa will deal with it." Loki turned to him as he passed him on his horse. "We can take her to Castle Coranta to stay with Bella if you would prefer. Jamie has a valid point." "I appreciate the offer, Loki, but I'll not leave her anywhere else. Nay, I'll take her home. They will handle it, and I believe 'tis what Da would do. Mama would want the same, though it may be difficult for her." The rain came down harder, so they moved to gallop, finally crossing into Grantland as the sky opened up, dumping torrential rain. Unfortunately, every move they made caused the lass to scream out in pain. She clutched his plaid and whispered, but he could not understand her words. Bending his head down, he placed his lips next to her ear. "He left me to die." Who left you to die?" "Who left me to die? Let me be." Jake could not understand her. Someone had left her to die, but instead of telling him the blackguard's name, she'd repeated Jake's question.